Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be playing Dragon View. Kind of feels like a side-scrolling action. But let's see what we got. Don't tell me this is like a... Okay, so yeah, this is I feel like we've played this on another... Why does this feel very familiar? Jesus, we are getting whooped. Alright, so for 6 buttons, all we're using are 2 again. Yeah, this game seems very familiar. I believe we've played this before. But I want to open the chest. You can't put us right next to a chest and then just have us leave. It'll take 3 seconds. Sure, the other buttons will probably be used later as we get like abilities or something. Now, listen up. When you're ready, follow the map northeast to cross the mountain, huh? Pressing the R button to display the general map. Select any detailed. Can we rest? No. No rest for the wicked. I want the sword. Alright, so let us go. Yeah, this is... I know we've played this game before. I just don't remember what it's called or anything, so... Such stars are shown on maps of this land, but who knows how they work. Alright, we are healed, saved, and ready for adventure. Ah, this is not pleasant. I mean, the combat is cool. This reminds me of an old NES game, too. I would have preferred like a top-down view or something. I get that they're trying something, and it's not really necessarily bad. Like, we're right next to a town and never would have noticed. Like, it shows us right outside of town, but looking around, we don't see jack squat. So literally, like, right here is it, right there. That's a town. And it looks exactly like the one we just left. I mean, it's funny that it looks so similar. How does she even know me? Yeah, I definitely remember this. I just can't remember what the original game was called. It's interesting. I do like the action part of this, and the combat is really fluid and fun. I don't have 200 jade to pay you. I mean, the game looks good. It's very slightly unique and different. I just really don't like the world travel. I think it's poorly done. You can't see anything until you're like literally right on top of it. The map, you're going to be constantly using it, and it's just, I don't know. I kind of is a little disappointing with as much potential as it seems like it's fun, and it doesn't really change how the game is for the most part, but it's just disappointing because it really feels weird the way it's just preference, I guess, honestly. Yeah, we go get to Stormhouse. Okay, yeah, this is definitely a game we've played before. It has like the buy system like Zelda kind of. Yeah, we're just gonna leave. Alright, let's just go to the storehouse real quick. Yeah, it's just hard to find stuff, and like we see the enemy right there. I don't remember if the storehouse is the one up or to the right. We'll go this way. But like you don't get to really explore things, like I said. Really kind of annoying. Like this kind of really takes a great game and kind of devolves it a little bit into a decent game. But I feel like the way everything controls, like we're sitting here, we're just turning, but we weren't over here, and then it just moves us around, and it's just kind of obnoxious. But combat is fun. Combat is fun. It's fluid. Really well done in that aspect. But then you get to this map and it controls poorly. Like, we're trying to get inside. We're just going to be sitting here constantly being attacked because the control sucks for trying to actually move on the map. And it's funny that something so small can really affect how you feel and want to play a game. Because most of the game you're going to play is going to be on this screen, where we're going to be doing the world traveling. And the fact that we're constantly getting attacked because it is so inaccurate trying to get into the cave is just obnoxious. When the rest of the game is so decent, but you get to that. But I really like combat. I like the way everything is done. And honestly, if it wasn't for the overview of the map, this would just be a really well done game. But I really feel like it kind of takes a little getting used to, especially the flyers. I do like that things drop. You know, it kind of feels a little Zelda-like, and we can bypass if we really wanted to. Oh, we actually have to fight everything in order to open the door. Oof. So there's no running away from shit. You gotta fight it out. Looks like we could stun lock a lot of things. Is that the key we need for the other door? Okay, so yeah, we gotta go back. Which means we gotta fight everything again. We've already gained 3 levels? We went from 1 to 4 already. The one thing I don't like is, it's nice that they do that for us, but it can be inconvenient where we're trying to attack the scorpion and then we attack up instead to fight these. We don't have the control over it. It kind of just automatically does it. So you got to be careful when you're fighting multiple enemies, especially some that are... Now those guys are gone. Interesting. If you got things in the air and on the ground at the same time, you got to be careful because you will all of a sudden attack like the one in the air and be getting hit by the one on the ground that you were trying to attack. And now we got a boss. All right. Jesus. We are... Guess we get to see what happens when we die, huh? Just game over. Look at Sphincter just going to town. Wow, it's just, that's it. There's no going back to town, no nothing. It's, you start where you saved it. And we saved it pretty far back. Honestly, it's a great little game. I really feel like the only thing that really takes out of the game and makes the game not as really well done as it could have been is the way they did the actual world map travel. Like you said, like you could see we're staying still and all we're doing is rotating. But for whatever reason, we're still moving when we're rotating, so we're not actually getting onto the stuff that we want. And there's a lot to be desired as far as the overworld map. But once you get over that, and the rest of the game is so much fun to play. It's very unique. It's very different. Well, I mean, not overly unique. There's a lot of games, but like it mixes a lot of different genres together. It's got a little bit of Zelda with it. I can't place a couple of the other games that it feels like on here with it. But like all in all, it's a very well done game. It's very fun. It is definitely a very playable and intriguing and worthwhile game. I just really, really, really hate the world moving because everything about it is just wrong, it doesn't work, and is obnoxious and annoying. If they would have done a normal top-down like any other game, I think this one would have been Chef's Kiss, a great game that I really want to get into. Draken, that's the... But all in all, good game, worthwhile, but it just... I think the overworld thing really kind of ruins the experience to a point because it starts becoming obnoxious, and it's almost where you're just being annoyed and frustrated because it does not work very well. The controls suck, movement sucks. Like you don't even get onto it. Like the town was right on the map, but it was so hidden you had to be right on top of things. So trying to explore and find secret things is going to be such a pain because you have to be on top of everything. So you literally have to go like almost typewriter and, area by area in order to try to find anything hidden. Whereas you'd be able to kind of get more of a view and a top down and get a real lay of the land with a much better view than you would on this one. So I really find that it's obnoxious, and I think that's the only problem I have at all with this game. Everything else works very well. It's well done. Combat is good. Combat is fluent. Controls work well. Everything is decent about it. Minus the combat when you're fighting flying enemies and enemies on the ground at the same time. Like I said, you go to attack the one in front of you, and it shoots your sword up to fight the guy higher instead. So that is a little complication. Nothing major. And nothing like life-changing, not a big deal. A little obnoxious and something you gotta keep in mind and work with. But everything else really works well in this game. But it's just the world map. And unfortunately, that is a vast majority of the game you're gonna be playing is on the world map. Unfortunately. So trying to maneuver everything is gonna be just annoying every time you do it. So I think it's one downfall. It's one crux and Achilles heel is that. Other than that, I think the game is definitely playable and worth a shot. So with that being said, guys, thanks so much. Till next time, you guys have a good one.